Hello, I'm Evgeny Duder from Moscow, and I want to talk about compression. What is compression? Compression is reducing dynamic range of signal. It means reduce volume of louder moments to make them less different from quiet ones, like this.
Выбирайся. Выбирай себя.
We can do this manually, but there is an effect called compressor, which do such process more or less automatically. How it works? I try to draw what exact part of sound we are processing with compressor. Should look like a wave, and this red line is decibel level, which is maximum level of reducing sound. If signal loud and cross this line, it will be reduced. If it doesn't cross, then nothing happens. Compressor works mostly with sound above this red line called threshold. How much sound is reduced? This is a tricky question. Reducing sound depends on ratio and amount of sound above red line or threshold, but different compressors calculate it differently. Take a look. I took 6 different soft compressors that with the same ratio and threshold showed different results. Ratio is 2:1 and threshold is -20. Same attack and release. To simplify process, I put sine wave with the volume -0 to 1 on a track. I didn't record it because it's really annoying. Just take a look at peak and error meter of master section. So recomp shows us -8.8. Classic compressor -5.1. Audio track by waves -7 and 7. Other compressor called C1 by waves shows -11 and 8. Isotop shows us it's more accurate, -9 and 9. And recomp it shows us -10 and 8. So what we can do? It's always hear and watch what real amount of sound is reducing by compressor. How fast compressor works. There are 3 parameters of compressor that control how fast it starts and ends its work. First 2 are attack and release. Attack is actually how fast ratio is reached its number after signal cross and goes above threshold line. It is measured in milliseconds. Release is the same process, but in opposite way, after sound going below threshold. Main idea is if you have a big amount of attack, then compressor will reduce sound slowly. If you have small amount of attack, compressor reduce sound fast. The same with release. The bigger number, the slower compressor will switch off. Precompression, knee and RMS size also control how fast and slow and accurate compressor react on coming sound. After compression, the sound becomes quiet. That's what compressor does, right? Another important parameter is gain. When you reduce volume of loud moments in music or voice, it seems that you reduce its whole volume. Then you need to raise level a bit. There are a few names of knobs which raise level. In some cases it's called gain, in some makeup, in some output level or just output. In RIPA it's called wet. You have an option in many compressors that compensate volume automatically. Often it's called auto makeup, but it's better to control it by yourself with knobs. There are a lot of other important parameters of compressor, but since I have only 5 minutes limit, it's better to stop, I think. Thank you for listening to. Bye.